Alright, so I thought I'd make another quick little video on this. If you watch my other video on rolling, you might find some stuff a little bit repetitive here, but there's also some different things in this video that aren't in the other one. Why would a 9-inch roller be faster than an 18-inch roller? And I'm going to explain this to you guys. There's other stuff in this video that's not in the other video. Other things I was thinking of that I didn't really think of at the time. So, if you have this setup right here, you have a roller pole. Let's get a roller pole out real quick. So if you have this setup right here, notice I have the clipped-in style. It has one of these. So if you're using a Slim Jim, you can actually put it on there, but I don't usually use the Slim Jim with a roller pole. Just sometimes I do, just to do a little touch-up, because the roller frames crack. So anyway, if you have one of these setups right here, so if you have a roller and this is a 7-gallon grid, by the way. It should have a wider one. They have a 5-gallon grid. You need one of those if you're going to do this. But if you have this setup right here and you're rolling with this setup, how come this is faster than an 18-inch roller? So one of the problems with an 18-inch roller is you can't really fit it in a lot of areas. It's too wide. So you go to paint part of your wall, and there's parts of it that you can't reach because it's too wide. So like between some windows that you could use this on, then you go, well, I could just use my weenie roller and go set it up. But now you're walking around going to get your weenie roller or your Slim Jim roller, and then you're spending time doing that, or you're having another guy do that, and it's just, you're losing money. So the other reason is, okay, so like when you're going around switch plate covers, stuff like that, or switches on the wall, you know, with the 18-inch, it's kind of hard to maneuver around some of those things. With the 9-inch, it's a lot easier to move around them. So those things, you know, the 18-inch holds more paint, but the 9-inch holds less paint. And if you're in Europe, it's something, they're like 100 millimeters or something like that. They're a little bit different size, so, but they pretty much are the same. So, or if you're in Canada, Canada has different size rollers. If you guys ever go to Canada to paint, you're going to be like, oh wow, I'll bring some 9-inch rollers with me. No. They're a different size. They're like 100 millimeters or 90 millimeters or something like that. I'm not sure. They're a little bit different. About a half-inch difference. So, anyway, the other reason is that if you're using these, if you have this, you have more control. When you have an 18-inch roller, you have a pan that you're painting out of. And pans, when you pick them up and move them, a lot of you guys are using pans. Please don't use pans. Use a roller and grid setup. This is much neater. It gets much cleaner. You make less mess. And those paint pans, and you go to roll it into there and you slop it over the side. Now you got a mess to clean up. Or you go, well, no, I don't do that. But, you know, if you're going fast, you're going to do that. You're going to make some mistakes like that, or you're having to slow down too much to make up for it. So now you're losing time right there. So with this thing, you can just tap it. You know, never dunk your roller underneath. You always just kind of tap it onto the paint and then roll it on your grid. If you're dunking it underneath, what happens is you get paint up in here. It gets up in your bearing. Gets up in your bearing, and then you're dripping paint, and you're making lines from the roller. So don't dunk it. Tap it into the paint. The paint should be around here, not on this thing. Okay? If there's too much paint on there, then you're going to have problems with this little thing getting paint underneath here and flinging off and things like that. Those are all things you don't do when you roll. Okay, so the other thing with the 18-inch to 9-inch roller problems are the weight. The weight of it is too heavy. You might say, well, I can handle it. You know, I'm strong. Well, you know what? 20 years from now, you're going to be going, when you're not painting anymore because you can't, or if you're a company and your guys are on workers' comp and you're paying for that, you might be thinking about not using an 18-inch roller just for that reason. Okay, another reason not to use an 18-inch roller versus a 9-inch is control. So now you've got this in here. You got your paint in your bucket. You can be working a wall, you can have this thing full of paint, and you can just kick it along the wall. You can just work it like that, or you can just pick it up by the handle and move, versus stopping, getting your roller out, leaning against something. You don't think I don't know, okay? You're leaning your roller against the wall, and then you're going back and picking up your tray, you're carrying it across the room, or you get lazy and you don't want to move it, so you put it in the middle of the room, and then you got to cover the whole room with drops, and you're picking up your roller and you're slinging paint across the drops, and then you walk through the drops, you get paint on your shoes, you get paint on their carpet, you're cleaning carpet. You guys, I'm telling you, 9-inch roller is the only way to go, or 100 mil if you're in Canada, or 90 mil, where they are, I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's been a while since I painted up there. All right, so, yeah, or in Europe. These are definitely a way faster way to do it with this setup right here than with anything else. I've tried them all. I've tried everything. It doesn't work. Talk to you in the next video.